Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Holliston High School's 2020 Cabaret, Part 2. If you recall, about 20 years ago in February, we had another one of these. But as the years flew by and decades changed, we decided to have another one here in November. Now, tonight you're going to see a wonderful array of performers from Holliston High School, including newcomers like Henry Berg and Mackenzie Mercer, and old stars like Namitha Alluri and Samantha Sobion. Enough about them. Let's talk about Bongo. Bongo chose the music for tonight. If you don't notice, his ears are actually quite acute, and he has a wonderful sense of musical taste. So, without further ado, I really hope you enjoy tonight's presentation of the Holliston High School music program's Cabaret.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow the horn, start celebrating. Run this way, your table's waiting. No use hurting, some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow the horn, start celebrating. Right this way, the table's waiting. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb. It isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. So come to the cabaret.
I don't want to go along with the crowd. Don't want to live life under a cloud. Give me some air and space and the sun on my face. I want to live out loud. Don't want to be alone in the crowd. Don't want to seem peculiar and proud. I need to be as free as I know how to be. I want to live out loud. Every day, sleepwalk, lockstep, no one dares to stray. Though they may, straight-laced, shame-faced, long to break away. They're as lonely as can be. Is that what they want from me? I don't want to go along with the crowd. Don't want to live life under a cloud. Give me some air and space and the sun on my face. I want to live out loud. Don't want to be alone in the crowd. Don't want to seem peculiar and proud. Nobody wants me here, but I won't disappear. I want to live out loud. I want to run down an open shoreline. I want to join in a moonlit dance. I want to swing in the branches of a tree. I want to bathe in a hidden inlet and let the breeze come and dry my hair. I want the life they took away from me. If that makes me headstrong, fine. That's a fault I'm glad is mine. I don't want to go along with the crowd. Don't want my spirit broken and bound. Why do I have to hide what I'm feeling inside? I want to live out loud. Don't want to be alone in the crowd. I only want what I'm not allowed. Give me the wings of a bird. I'll be seen and be heard. I want to sing when my heart is full. I want to sing and I want to fly. I want to soar in the sky without a cloud. I want to live out loud.
I've often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling, just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. As the time goes by, I don't care if I can be here on the street where you live.
Hi, it's Samantha, and I'm here to tell you a joke. Why did the bicycle collapse? Because it was too tired. It's two tires. Haha.
In your face, I see a lifetime. In this place, I feel at ease. Wallpaper peeling, paint wearing thin. Here's where I end and begin. I don't need a roof to say I'm covered. I don't need a roof to know I'm home. There could be a single shingle dangling overhead. something grows. I don't need a roof to say I love you. I don't need a roof to call you mine. I don't need adventure in some faraway frontier. I don't need a roof to feel you near. All I need is you and you forever. All I feel is true and absolute. I don't need a legal deed to help me play my part. I don't need a roof to know my heart. Stay with me. With me.
Three little maids from school are we, parties at school grow well can be, filled to the brim with girlish glee. Three little maids from school, everything is a source of fun. Nobody's safe for we care for none. Life is a joke that's just begun. Three little maids from school. Three little maids who all unwary come from a ladies' seminary, free from genius to Larry. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school. One little maid is a bright young young. Two little maids in attendance come. Three little maids is the total sum. Three little maids from school. From three little maids take one away. Two little maids rebate and they won't have to wait very long, they say. Three little maids from school. Three little maids who all unwary come from a ladies' seminary, free from a genius to Larry. Three little maids from school. Three little maids from school.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night. up to the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right, for strangers in the night. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, up to the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. Ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right, for strangers in the night.
Hello, everyone. You know what they're saying about 2020? Apparently, it's going viral faster than anyone thought it could.
When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass, it turns night to day, and it's even with you before you depart. Be still, hear it beating, it's leading you, follow your heart.
We all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of water for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No meanness or sorrow, just cleanness tomorrow, if only you follow your heart.
Follow into the open air, far from squalor and noise. Follow, someone is waiting there, someone who shares all your hopes and your joys.
Someday I'll meet someone whose heart joins with mine. Aortas and arteries all intertwined. They'll beat so much stronger than they could apart. 8 chambers of muscle to hustle the love in our heart.
Love is kind and considerate. Love is peaceful and fair. Love can creep up so suddenly. When you least think of it, your love is there. We all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of justice for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No anger or badness, just laughter and gladness.
Anyone can whistle, that's what they say. Easy. Anyone can whistle any whole day. Easy. It's all so simple. Relax, let go, let flow. So someone tell me what can do. I can dance a tango, I can read Greek, easy. I can slay a dragon any old week, easy. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes from. Maybe you could show me how to let go. Lower my guard. Learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle for me. I can slay a dragon any old week. Easy. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes from. Maybe you could show me how to let go. Lower my guard. Learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle for me.
Now, over the summer, I was a camp counselor for a bunch of 8-year-olds, and it was the sports block, so we had to play a game. So one of the other counselors, he says, I've got a great idea for a game, something easy for the kids to pick up, Quidditch. So he goes on explaining the rules, takes him like 5 minutes, using all the Harry Potter terminology. I don't know the words, I know none of the rules, and neither do the kids. But we launch right into playing. No one understands the rules. Kids are crying left and right, they don't know how to score points, they can't even catch anything. So they settle on just running up to me and throwing dodgeballs at me. And there's like 10 of these kids all throwing dodgeballs at me. Now, I'm no expert. I only saw the first movie a couple times, but I don't think that's how the game's supposed to be played. But I'm the counselor, so I gotta sit there and take it.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, on a footprint to be seen. Kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this whirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Can see you don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now let it go, let it go. Can't hold back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go. Let it go. I'm one with the wind and sky. Let it go. Let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I'll stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on. My power hurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling with frozen fractals all around. And when the crystal light is like an icy blast, I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, let it go. And I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. The perfect girl is gone. Here I'll stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Good evening, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the first half of Cabaret. Now it's time for our 5-minute intermission. What's an intermission, you ask? Well, it's an opportunity to help free me from the internet. When we started virtual teaching, I didn't realize that we'd actually be in the internet, and now I'm trapped. And so are all the other teachers you know. So, if you can help us figure out how to get out of here, it would be really appreciated. Thank you. See you in the second half.
Oh, dear Lord, you made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame being poor, but it's no great honor either. I wonder, what would have been so different if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, diddle-deedle-diddle-digga-digga-deedle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-deedle-diddle-digga-digga-deedle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich, idle-deedle-diddle-diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud quack and cluck and gobble and honk will land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, diddle-deedle-diddle-digga-digga-deedle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-deedle-diddle-digga-digga-deedle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich, idle-deedle-diddle-diddle man, I see my wife, my Goldie, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day, and that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, diddle-deedle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-deedle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children. Sometimes the spell may last past what you can see and turn against you. Careful the tale you tell, that is the spell. Children will listen.
I hate the bus. I want my own car. A car with a heater. Want a TV set and more. A big old house like this one, but everything new. Where can't nobody ever tell me what to do. Go out when I want to, when I don't, and I stay. Got magical bracelets, so bullets bounce away. And every room, TV, and my own telephone. And I'll live in my house, and I'll live in my house by myself, all alone. And if I'm lonely, doesn't matter. I think there's worse than being lonely. There's people who freeze while they wait on their knees, and they don't know for what, and they've just been forgotten. I ain't waiting no more. You just wait forever if you can't say what for. The day comes soon. I'll pack up the nothing I own. And I'll live in my house, and I'll make it okay by myself, all alone.
What's up, guys? It's Chloe here for another day of bad jokes. Get ready. I have a really good one today. Today's a really, really good one, so bear with me. Are you ready? All right. What did the pirate say when he turned 80? You don't know? You don't know? Well, I do. Matey. Matey. It's hilarious. It's a really good one.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought. What would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know what you are till you know what you want, what you don't, so then which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight when yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right, but you know that you'll never belong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, 'cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting and all. Once you're there, though, it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you've stalled long enough, 'cause you're still standing stuck to the stuff on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you'll pry up your shoes, and from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is, which is not to decide. You just leave him a clue, for example, a shoe, and then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew, in the queue. And you've learned something too, something you never knew, on the steps of the palace.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright colored candles and ornaments, brown paper patches tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver cold winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the love waits, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so
I can see a swamp of sinners sitting yonder, and they're acting like a pack of fools. Gazing into space, they let their minds all wander, instead of studying the good Lord's rules. You better pay attention, build your comprehension. There's gonna be a quiz at your ascension, not to mention any threat of hell. But if you're smart, you'll learn your lessons well. Every bright description of the promised land said you could reach it if you keep alert. In every line and every last commandment may not help you, but it couldn't hurt. First you gotta read 'em, then you gotta heed 'em. You never know when you're gonna need 'em. Just as old Elijah said to Jezebel, you better start to learn your lessons well.
So I was eating my lunch, and my neighbors have chickens, and they're really hilarious, but sometimes naughty. But they were jumping on their trampoline. They were having like a big dance party, and I just had no idea why. They were jumping like crazy, and they were just trying to look around and almost fall off the edge a bunch of times, but oh, it was so funny. You should have been there.
Will he like me when we meet? Will the shy and quiet girl he's going to see be the girl that he's imagined me to be? Will he like me? Will he like the girl he sees? If he doesn't, will he know enough to know that there's more to me than I may always show? Will he like me? Will he know that there's a world of love waiting to warm him? How I'm hoping that his eyes and ears won't misinform him. Will he like me? Who can say? How I wish that we could meet another day. It's absurd for me to worry so this way. I'll try not to. Will he like me? He's just got to. When I am in my room alone and I write, thoughts come easily, words come fluently there. That's how it is when I'm alone. But tonight, there's no hiding behind my paper and pen. Will he know that there's a world of love waiting to warm him? How I'm hoping that his eyes and ears won't misinform him. Will he like me? I don't know. All I know is that I'm tempted not to go. It's insanity for me to worry so. I'll try not to. Will he like me? He's just got to. Will he like me? Will he like me?
Fly me to the moon and let me swing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Someone's being bashful, that's no way to be, not with me. Can't you see that I am just as embarrassed as you, and I can understand your point of view. I've always been shy, I confess it, I'm shy. Can't you guess that this confident air is a mask that I wear 'cause I'm shy? And you may be sure, way down deep I'm demure. Though some people I know might deny it, at bottom I'm quiet and pure. I'm aware that it's wrong to be meek as I am. My chances may pass me by. I pretend to be strong, but as weak as I am, all I can do is try. God knows I try, though I'm frightened and shy. And despite the impression I give, I confess that I'm living a lie. Because I'm actually terribly timid and horribly shy. I've always been shy, I confess that I'm shy. Can't you guess that this confident air is a mask that I wear 'cause I'm shy? And you may be sure, way down deep I'm demure. Though some people I know might deny it, at bottom I'm quiet and pure. I'm aware that it's wrong to be meek as I am. My chances may pass me by. I pretend to be strong, but as weak as I am, all I can do is try. God knows I try, though I'm frightened and shy. And despite the impression I give, I confess that I'm living a lie. Because I'm actually terribly timid and horribly shy.
So I'm sure that you've heard that the French only have one egg for breakfast. It's because one egg is enough.
Two lost souls on the highway of life. We ain't even got a sister or brother, but ain't it just great? Ain't it just grand? We got each other. Two lost ships on a stormy sea. One with no sail and one with no rudder. But ain't it just great? Ain't it just grand? We got each other. Two lost sheep in the wilds of the hills, far from the other Jacks and Jills. We wandered away and went astray.
other. Wherever we go, whatever we do, as long as you've got me and I've got you, we've got a lot, because we've got each other.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching our first biannual Cabaret. Or is it our second annual Cabaret? Or is it our first biannual? I don't know. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and it's so appreciated. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we're going to look forward to seeing you all at our other performances this year. Please stay tuned for announcements about our next performances at the Holliston High School music program. Thank you very much, and have a fabulous evening. Bye, Bongo.
What good is it?